What's up, my fellow reptile enthusiast? Today I will be doing a product review video for the digital thermometer plus hygrometer by Thermometer World. And I'm going to be getting a new ball python soon, and he's going to be in a rack system. And so, naturally, of course, I'm going to need a way to be able to keep up with the temperature and the humidity inside of the rack. So I've tried a lot of different options in the past. Typically what I've used is just your regular dial type thermometer or hygrometer that would just stick to the inside of the tank or the tub. You can typically find them at PetSmart or Petco. That's typically what I have used in the past, either with the actual dial or it being a digital device that's you just stick to the inside of the tank. And I mean, I've had good luck with those in the past. They're cheap, they're typically fairly accurate, and they're pretty easy, of course, to install. You just stick them to the inside of the tank or tub. The only real problem I've had with them is being a snake owner. Of course, my little ball pythons, they like to crawl around, and in a tub especially, if they push up against the dial, it's really easy for it to just come right off. Plus, with humidity levels in a tub especially, the little sticky adhesive that typically you use to adhere the dial or gauge to the side of the tub or tank, it doesn't really hold up. So I wanted to try something a little different this time. Really, the biggest draw for this device in particular for me was I wanted to be able to read the temperature and humidity of the rack without actually having to remove the tub from the rack. So I will show you what I mean when I open this up, but it actually, I'll have two probes that will go into the tub, and then the little digital monitor I can set on top of the rack system, and it'll tell me what's going on inside of the tub. So let's open this thing up and see what we got. Alright, so here is everything that comes within the box. We have the little monitor that will show your temperature and humidity. These are the probes. This one, of course, is for the temperature. This one for the humidity. They actually even come with little suction cups that would allow you to stick them to glass. I don't imagine it would work very well on a PVC tub, but if you had a glass setup, those would work well. And then, of course, it comes with your instruction manual. And then, of course, the battery. It looks like it takes one AAA battery to be able to power this thing. So I'm going to actually turn it on and get it set up inside of my rack system, and we'll see how well it works. Alrighty, so I've got this in place here, and just kind of wanted to go over the buttons with you guys. The max min button here, this thing records an average of the temperatures that will be read in your tank. So if you hit the max button, it'll show the maximum temperature, and then the min button was the minimum temperature. So I just installed this, so there's a pretty big difference between the two at the moment, but that's kind of where you're at with that. And then, of course, this button turns it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. And then this button here, it's a little confusing. So in and out, when you're on in, it's my understanding that this little digital monitor here actually has a thermometer inside of it, and the in means the temperature that is reading inside of this device, whereas the out mode shows what the little thermometer probe is picking up. So if you want to know the temperature inside your enclosure, you're going to want to keep it on out. Okay, so just to kind of show you guys what I have going on inside of the tub, I just took the little probes, and I actually could make use of the suction cup there. It sticks onto the PVC tub quite nicely. So there's the humidity probe, and then back here on the warm side of the tub, that's where I have the temperature probe. So I'll probably actually move that a little bit down closer into the substrate so I can get a little bit more accurate of a read. But it's pretty simple. It just sticks in there, and then you can have your little gauge that sets up on top of the rack system, and it'll let you see what's going on without even having to pull the tub out. So as of right now, everything's working great. What I want to do is kind of want to keep using this for a couple weeks, and then the next video will be just kind of updating you on if it's still continuing to work. So let's see how it does. Alright, so it's been a couple weeks, and this thing is still working great, so I would highly recommend it. It's a great price point, and if you're needing a digital thermometer, hygrometer, this one by Thermometer World is definitely a good one to get. So I would highly recommend trying it out, and thank you guys for watching.